Hey guys, it's TRIZE here, formerly known as Mr. Jack 000, back with Automation, the car company Tycoon game, and what you're seeing right now is one of the latest builds called the Vertin Wild. This Ukrainian-made death trap on wheels is a tiny car that has a powerful engine. As you can see, it's a microcar that has some unique styling to make it look cool for its performance and lack of weight. Coming in at under 1 ton and a couple of meters long, there's no way you're coming out alive when you hit the accelerator of this car. Anyways, I'll explain how exactly I made this car throughout this portion of the video. The body that I've used to make this deadly microcar is made by a modder named Bummer6 in his Small Boy 1000 mod file. You can check it out in the description or in the Automation Steam Workshop. Since this car body with this engine is making things unstable, I do not have a theoretical lap time, top speed, and 0 to 60 time. But instead, I'll tell you that this car is powered by my rendition of the most powerful liter per horsepower engine that produces 475.3 horsepower and 292.5 pounds-feet of torque. It has a fuel efficiency rating of 17.5 miles per gallon and weighs 1,152.8 pounds or 522.9 kilograms. And for the market, due to the vehicle being this light and unstable, it doesn't compete with anyone in the market. In terms of how I made the Wild, the panel material we made out of carbon fiber with a monocoque chassis, also made out of carbon fiber. With a front longitudinal engine placement, and both the front and rear suspensions use a solid axle leaf because if I were to use like a more independent suspension setup like a McPherson strut, double wishbone or whatever, it's like with lightweight vehicles like these, they tend to just break apart once you drive these in BeamNG.drive. So I just went in with a solid axle leaf because it's the most durable ones out of all of them. For the engine, it uses my rendition of the most powerful liter per horsepower engine in this game as of right now. Instead of going over the specs again, I'll put the video of how I made it this powerful in the card system on the top right of the screen if you want to learn more about this engine. Also, I do have a series of breaking engine records in Automation if you want to check those videos out. So now, let's head on over to the drivetrain. For the drive type, we're using an all-wheel drive dual-clutch 7-speed setup with the top speed set to 243.1 miles per hour, and you see right away, the top speed is completely broken on here. It's showing at a 45.6 miles per hour. It's because, as you see with the warnings on here, my front discs fell off. As in Dick Trickle, the former NASCAR driver, but don't want to get too far into that. And with the power distribution, it is set at 60% in the front, 40% in the rear, with an electric LSD, because why not? For the tires, we're using some radial semi-slick tires with the front tire width set to 205 millimeters, and the rear is at a 255 millimeters, running on some 13-inch carbon fiber rims. For the brakes, I pretty much had no option to use these, is because we're using some drum brakes, some single shoe ones for the front and back with the size set to 160 millimeters, because I tried this out in private, especially with carbon ceramic brakes, and these brakes are hella powerful for this type of vehicle. I think drums will kind of cool things down a bit to the point where I don't tap on the brakes and the car just flips over like crazy. And also to really help things out to keep the car stable, 0 pad type at a full-blown comfort setting and a 60/40 brake bias. And for the under tray, literally nothing much, fully clad, 15 plus airflow. For the brakes, interior wise, there's no interior whatsoever as you can see here, but imagine if we do have an interior, you had one seat over here somewhere in the middle with a basic interior and no infotainment whatsoever. So for the safety, all that good stuff, no power steering, but we do get some traction control and ABS brakes because it's lightweight and tires go screech once you hit the brakes. Same thing when you accelerate too without traction control or ABS. And the safety at -15 at a none setting. And last but not least, with the suspension, all the good stuff, we got ourselves some active sport springs with semi-active dampers, and the only option past the sway bars with a modified racing setup for the suspension tuning. Despite having a lot of problems with this vehicle, such as having some strong oversteer, front tires blowing out, low brake force, quality issues, power distribution, terminally oversteering, jumper being too hard, very high brake force, wheel spin issues, semi-slick tires, wheel spin, rear tire profile, and rear tires being so wide, let's export this abomination of the vehicle right now and see how this thing drives. So here we are at the map of Italy and take a brief look at this vehicle. Well, in terms of styling, pretty basic on the rear end, kind of like with some cars, how you got a pimped out front end as you see here, and then kind of loses its way once you get to the back end. So looking at the front of the vehicle here, I got a quad headlight design, as you can see here, with a chrome piece that goes right in the center of the grille here. It's kind of small, but it looks like it's somewhat not clipping correctly through the headlights to the point where this cuts off, unfortunately. But you got like this type of headlight design with the indicators right below it, as you can see right here, that kind of takes its place from the headlights to this little blank space between the grille and the headlight placement. And the rear, very basic, turn indicator on the top, brake light down here, and double reverse lights that do work. With a swing door type of trunk on here, instead of just a open like pop-up trunk that goes like this, it actually pops out like, well, hard to explain, but pretty much like a door. And with this vehicle, I did have troubles trying to like make this vehicle, not in terms of design, but in terms of what engine would suit with this vehicle. I tried using a 1300 horsepower inline 3 engine, lowered it down to a boxer 6 with 700 horsepower. That didn't do so great, but better than the last engine. But with this engine of 475 horsepower, seems to work out compared to the other engines, which I'll test out this vehicle once I do the basic performance test right here, which I'll find some wide open land to do so. So here I am outside the city limits here on the highway portion of this map here. And the basic performance test we're doing is a 0 to 62 acceleration test. Next would be a 62 to 0 brake test. And lastly, which I highly doubt this would work out, which is a top speed run, which this vehicle being this light and this powerful, I doubt it. I mean, I highly doubt it. Well, I might be proven wrong once I do these basic performance tests, but first, start with the acceleration test right now. Hit the gas pedal and... oh my god, so 0 to 62 in 3.58 seconds, 170.74 feet, or 47 feet, god dang it. So for a brake test, let's see here, put the cruise control and do it to 64-ish miles an hour because there's a delay once you hit the brake pedal here, so 63-ish, come on now. And we flip over. So, rolling over, abort brakes. God damn it, it didn't work out. So I'm thinking brake test, it may not work. What if we reduce the brake power? Will that work out or no? Let me try this right here. Nope. Even with like 70, 80% brake power, I do that. So brake test, not even possible. And two, I broke the rear axle. It breaks apart just like the other engines I tried out with this vehicle, where it breaks apart just like this once you hit the gas pedal. But instead, it breaks apart once you just land hard. So for a top speed run, we do get a slightly better, moderately better 0 to 62 time and distance. And boy, this thing is sway. Look at this thing sway, man. 172 right there. And whoo, almost hit that damn barrier. And there goes something right there. Auto steering to the right. No, I'm not. 190 miles an hour. I gotta peel right. 200 miles an hour. We're going pretty fast here. Gonna peel right. Those back tires. You can see the back tires, how they're like they're about to come apart every time I try to steer. 180 to 190 up here. Got this little bend coming up. Bend here. 188 miles an hour. And we're gonna spin out like crazy. Impact detected stopping car. And we're spinning like a top. Not that much of an interesting crash. And the other tire has taken off. Same thing with that tire. Where are they gonna be going? So here comes the tire. Just rolling along. This guy is gonna jump over the barrier. How's this guy doing? He's gonna roll along. Roll along. Boom. Into a barrier. And will it still roll? It's doing some flips, big dips, and coming to a rest. Just like how tires should be. So for the aftermath of destruction of this vehicle, just wiping out at 190 miles an hour. I don't know what it'd be like if you crashed head on or something, but damage-wise, lost both front tires. The engine still works, you can see here at the bottom left of the screen with the engine that's transparent. So damage-wise, just crinkled the body pretty good, but no major damage on like a ladder chassis frame or a steel body frame and panel material where that thing just crinkles up big time to the point where an impact like that, you'd be dead. And not only that, we do get a brake test of 180 to 0 in 8.64 seconds of 988.97 feet. That'll pretty much be my 62 to 0 brake test because it was impossible. So let's see if this thing could survive doing a time trial run. Let's just stay at this map here. So go to time trial, go to Italy, and go somewhere that's suitable. Let's do the mixed circuit here, a medium difficulty circuit that's half gravel, half asphalt. That's 4.4 kilometers long. So 2 laps of this race in the noon hours with this here car. So take you to the starting line of this track right now. So here we are, looks like way behind the start and finish line, and the camera is way too close for this vehicle, but a little too close, but just back it up a little bit. So I got nothing else to say about this vehicle other than this checkpoint looks like about 500 feet away, so get ready to start things off here in 3, 2, 1, go. Damn it, I just hit a wheelie. Like, if I were to use the other engines, like, oh my god. I would just say, if I were to use, like, the other engines, like the i3 that had, like, 1300 horsepower or the 750 horsepower Boxer 6, if I would have launched like that, the rear tires would have been gone. And not only that, I could barely steer, but we're still going. So, first lap, let's just not destroy right when I said something. So, try again, not destroy the vehicle, please. I just had to say something until I did. I watch 3, 2, 1, go. I want to get why the timer does. It goes like 3, 2, we'll go. Not 3, 2, 1, go. And brake. Dude, I just hit the brakes and that just thing auto steered to the left, like big time. You can really call this thing a death trap. Not in terms of acceleration, well, probably acceleration, but braking wise, yes it is. And I might as well just like cruise as like a frickin' George Bush's King Ranch Ford F-150. I just cruise very slowly, very straightforwardly, and not wipe out and do like I just did back there. Another knock the back tire out, and I think 2 laps might be overkill with this type of vehicle, and we're stuck. Boy, this will be a long video for this part, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, much better than before, much better time, and went around is nice, and we got some flat-ass asphalt, so let's carry on. I'm too afraid to just floor it, and I see a corner up ahead, like if that would've been my corner, I'd have been done. So let's just take it slowly, and get another small bend, and this left turn, so brake, 60, okay, good. Good. I'm starting to get used to brakes here. Instead of just slamming the brakes to the point where you're flipping over, auto steering to one place, you're... Ooh, nice drift. I'll say, just be careful of the brakes here now. Auto steering to the left, to the right, or you're flipping over. Just be very, very careful. Watch the... barrier. Save me. Good job for not saving me. All Chrysler. Impact detected, stopping car, front end damage. It's like if you were to hit the brakes or barely steer... You're doing that. And hitting the damn place multiple times until it breaks the freaking tire off. I flipped a bitch. Ah. Right into a tree, but we're auto steering hard to the left up in here. I was doing okay until I hit a tree, and now I learned something new. So coming into our first lap, we get a time of 4 minutes, 10 seconds, 215 milliseconds. It'll probably be worse with this damages vehicle. Probably be like a 420 something because this thing is just pulling hard to the left. Look at that. Almost missed a checkpoint. And a 7.6 second gap between the first and second lap, so I might be wrong about this, but who knows, I just bumped into the wall. I think coming back to this, I should have put some chunky off-road tires to the point where it grips the dirt here, this gravel, but also kind of grip the asphalt. Even though the next version in automation, I think which is 4.2, I believe. Yeah, 4.2. That's where they're planning on having all-terrain tires. Like, if I were to race something like that, all-terrain would probably be better. Like, you could just race on asphalt, race on gravel, dirt. It don't matter, but it's not. It won't be the best, but it'll be good enough. It's still almost... We got loose polygons. Holy recovery. So I had to just pull a maximum destruction and just flip the bitch upright by just using the power of all-wheel drive and just upshifting to the point where I kissed the back end. Still no steering problems. We're still doing okay despite the back left taillight missing from the vehicle. Yeah, it's still driving straight, surprisingly. Oh, don't fight to steering. Don't fight, don't fight, don't fight. And I also noticed e-brake does nothing and the tire dipped in.
2 hours later.
So, progress report. I got a new car, second lap at the 3-minute mark. I've been concentrating for so long because I wiped out like 4 or 5 times to get to this segment here. And not only that, I did fade out the front brakes quite a bit. We're at 400 degrees in the front, 330 in the back. Like, if I hit the brakes here, like, warm them up, hit the brakes. Find another spot. Bye. Bye. And up. Nope. Turn it off. Shut the engine off because we're over revving. How do I stop the damn tires? Do I need to wait here until the tires just stop moving? Engine starved of oil? Who even cares? I want this car upright and this damn time trial over with. You know what? I'm getting the wind app. I think I could still use this in the time trial. Bring the wind app. I want this upright as soon as possible. Either it's cheating or not. We got a horrible time lap for the second lap here, so wind. Let's just go over here and increase speed. No, it's pretty risky to do this, so speed, reduce some speed, and here, up. Wait, how do I do this? Here? There goes something. There goes a splitter. I mean, I want to go too fast to the point where it's... Well, look, the finish line's right here. Engine start oil again. If I were to start the engine, you're probably thinking, if I were to start the engine, I had a good chance this vehicle just breaks apart and the engine explodes because it's over revving. Because the speed is at 97 miles an hour. Okay, here we go. Ride the wall. Slow down. There's a tree. So, more starvation. Are these solid? These vegetation? Some plantations? So... not so solid, I swear. Max speed. Oh, no. We just need to steer the car over like... Stop. Here we go. Turn the engine on. Reverse. Come on. I'm in, what is this? Realistic. So, arcade. Stop. Reverse. Shoot. Get my way over here. So, come on. Back up. Is this... unconnected. Okay, good. Back up all the way. For it. A horrible lap time is 6 minutes, 53 seconds, 573 milliseconds, which gets a total time of 10 minutes, 30 seconds, 861 milliseconds. God damn, we're finally done. So, find somewheres, crash this head on, do a run at Car Jump Arena. So, free roam, stop, free cam, find somewheres to do this. Let's go to the airport. So, just full send this bastard at over 200 miles an hour we're overheating. And last gear, slow this down, so stop. We got the fence, 213 miles an hour, full send to this wall here. So I'm guessing 213, 214 upon collision into the fence. So into a solid fence we go. Let's see, 60 times slow-mo, high DUI, go. So 16 to 100 right now. So zoom in a little, and here we go. Front end collision. Damn, this thing got scrunched up big time. So we got this here piece of the car, and it looks like hazards are going off because impact detected stopping car. We got the loose tire. Loose looks like the front splitter piece to at least keep the car down a tad bit in terms of aerodynamics. So the car doesn't like pop backwards like you've seen earlier. So full time. And here goes all the debris, tires, another tire, more good stuff. So here is the car. Engine is not running because the engine is destroyed. Or to formalize it, main engine broken. So here is the vehicle. 3 out of 4 tires are destroyed. Something is banging in the background. I don't care. So damage-wise, something that you get out of Brutal Slope 2.0, just a complete, utter destruction that is unrecognizable whatsoever. The cars look up to vehicular heaven up above, looking at the sun. It's praising the sun up in here. Can I... Yes, just look at the damn sun. That's what it's aiming at right here. So like I said, final part of the video, Car Jump Arena, to see if this tiny-ass vehicle will behave itself despite it going all over the place in terms of braking, acceleration, and pretty much just everything bad about the car. So take it there right now. So here I am at the top of the ramp here of Car Jump Arena, and we got a 1 light to a 2 light, a 3 light, 4 light, and 5 light. Get ready for a green. So green right now. So green light. Accelerate this damn vehicle and just almost rocket off the top of the ramp here. So, that was probably a bad idea. Yeah, this was a bad idea. So, we're going to roll down the ramp here. Are you going to roll over or stay in line? So we're staying in line, still rolled over. Or are we just going to roll over to the bottom? I swear. Now we're rolling over the ramp and... just missed the frickin' jump pad at the bottom, and all 3 tires are intact. Or 1 tire intact, 3 are detached, so take 2. So pay attention, drop down and accelerate. Here we go, straight line. Wobbling like crazy, got the death wobble. And wait till it to stable out. And top speed, 205 at the exit speed, and we're gonna be crashing out at the 475 marker, so 8 times slow-mo. There goes the front of the vehicle, wedged in completely, almost like a frickin' peel or something. So full time, and rolling over, big time. We're gonna go over the pool, into the pool, and that barrier to the pool, and we're gonna miss the pool. That tire hits the pool. Anything else in the pool? Find out. Just a tire. That's it. So damages vehicle. Let's just use a no grab because they don't want to spawn back right here and then use a free cam spawn at the bridge here. So find a node to grab onto. So grab here, drop it off here, half-ass it. So engine is starving because the engine still runs. I'll show you proof here. It still runs. Look, no tires are attached now because I did that. So damage to the vehicle. We got that tire still upright with the solid with the car. Tire goes screech. So damage to the vehicle, wedged completely for the front end, and you can see with the sides of the vehicle, there's the left side, right side, front side, rear is completely messed up, but you got this turn signal going off because impact detected stopping car for some odd reason because You got no lights attached, but you still got the lighting placement, like right here, for some odd reason. Like the light exists, but not the light fixture trim, like the models are just gone, which that is pretty weird. So final part of the video, hopefully I do make this, even though this is a very small vehicle. Let's crash ourselves at the final bridge pillar to get a high-speed crash test going with this vehicle. So pop up. Good, and stop. 177 miles an hour, probably 178, 79 once we get an impact of this vehicle. So slow it to 100 times and hide the UI once they unfreeze physics, hide the UI. And here is the vehicle. Reset the FE just a tad, and here we go. Front end. Some minor overlapping crash, and we got the mirror just unfazed. It's just going along with the flow of dynamics and the flow of this vehicle. The frickin' vehicle is messed up. I'm gonna look at the mirror for a little bit. So how far did the mirror go? So it's 60 times slow-mo. I swear, this is interesting. Wait for it to just pop around, flip around, and just scrape the ground. So back to the vehicle. Let's see what it's like. So looking upward, full time. And the mirror, let's see how the mirror is doing. So mirror, where are you at, buddy? It's probably gone. I don't know where it's at. It was kind of intriguing to see the mirror just perfectly fly, like normally, like it's been untouched because of how physics works. So, terms of damage to the vehicle, engine is still somehow running for some odd reason. Is this the drivetrain right here? Or part of the engine? Hold on a minute. So let me prop the vehicle up. Let's just bring it upwards. Let's bring that node up and bring this node up. Let's just hold it upwards in the sky here as they try to look for the engine. So the engine, there's some red. I can just, let's just freeze physics and just try to get inside here. So this is the engine, unfreeze physics, so barely intact in terms of structural integrity. So I'm a loss for words here. You got part of the engine trim right here, the valve cover, but how is it not destroyed? What if I were to yeet this thing? I had a node grabbing on here, so hold on. Okay, max strength, go. Here we go, Main engine broken. It's doing some ninjutsu flippiness type of stuff, so just leave that be. So let's just undo the nodes and just bring it downwards, and it's just gonna scrape its face along the ground here. Oil's a starve, but who cares about that? It's dead, for God's sake. So damage-wise, we got the car name of Ayak or something. So damage-wise, completely mangled up just like some of the previous head-on crashes, but you see here, loose polygons. If you're to lay down this thing, you're going to be having a bad day. So that'll do it with automation and BeamNG.drive with the freaking Verten Wild. This vehicle, as you see in the title, is really a death trap. No matter if you accelerate, well, acceleration's not much of a problem. Steering, maybe, but braking, hell yeah. You hit the brakes, you're flipping over, you're probably gonna go over the bridge, go over somewheres, and plummet to your death. Acceleration-wise, don't launch this because you're gonna be doing straight wheelies, uncontrollable straight wheelies like crazy. Steering-wise, meh. It pretty much handles like a regular car, but going off-roading, as you've seen the deadly and daunting-ass time trial in Italy, pfft, good luck. And for those who are interested in this type of content, please be sure to like and subscribe so you'll miss out on any videos like this in the future. And also check out my social media down in the description below. So this is TRIZE rising up and signing out.